Okay, so today first character is kan. Okay, kan means a pit, hole, uh, a tomb, a bank. Um, so basically, it's kind of strange. So it could be a pit, like a thing that concave and so going down. It also could be something that is going up, like a tomb, like a riverbank that actually goes out. Okay. So anyway, so basically it's not flat. Okay. Um, so it's a kan. Okay. Um, so usually is but mostly is concave down. Okay, so when you say bank, yes, that's also because the river is lower. Okay, um, so it's yeah, it's kan. Okay, and let's take a look at the character. Now this one, uh, and so basically this one is like a really it's I mean literally it's a picture of a ground that is concave down, that is basically it's a little a little ditch. Okay, and that's called a kan. Okay, so the oracle bone character is really simple. um, Now the later on, this character got changed, so they use not a pictographic anymore. It's instead of they use combination characters to carry the meaning. So it goes with the dirt radical on the left and the character qian on the right. Now qian, um, qian means that you know means lacking, means old, means taken away, that kind of thing. And so this is like talking about the ground, going down. So that means something is missing, right? So that's why they choose that character to put it there. Okay, so kan. Next one. Ke. Ke. Ke means a, let's say, ke means, I think it's the opposite. It's the it's a big lump of dirt. Okay, it's big lump of dirt. That means ke. Now so the ke means the ground is going up a little bit. Okay, so it's a cold, it's a lump of earth or the clay, so goes up. So kan means goes down. So there is a common word in Chinese. It's called a kan ke, kan kan ke ke. So that means the road is bumpy. Okay, and metaphorically referring to the life experience is not easy, difficult. Called a kan ke, kan kan ke ke. Okay, kan ke. All right, so let's take a look at the character. So this one goes with the third radical, obvious, and the right hand side is ke. Okay, is ke. Now, ke means ke, ke, or the meaning of words, that word, that ke means agree, means satisfying, means good. Okay, means pleased. Now what's put over here is actually meant to say the opposite, meant to say not agreeable, not okay, not pleased. Okay, and wish for the better. Okay, and so that's why they put it over there. Okay, 坎坷. All right, next one. Oh, this one has two pronunciations. Okay, 可. Well, let's say 可. What is 可? 坎坷. Okay, 坎坷. So when you say 可 means 坎坷. When you say 科 means 克拉. 克拉土克拉. That means you are referring to a lump of dirt called a 克拉. Okay, 土克拉, that means a lump of dirt. Okay, next, 崎. Now, 崎 means rugged or rough terrain. Okay, 崎, this means like a mountainous area that is very difficult to pass through. That is the mountain is pretty steep. Okay, and so that's called a 崎. It's rugged and rough. Okay, there's no easy road. So this one, it's obvious, goes with the mountain radical on the left, and then right hand side is the character 崎. Now 崎 means unique, means strange, means peculiar. So basically not normal. Okay, so this is actually means it's a mountainous area and it's no normal place. Okay, so now you can see that's a very rough and rugged terrain. Okay, 崎. Next one, 曲. Now 曲 means uneven. Okay, means uneven, uneven places called a 曲. Okay, and so let's take a look at the characters. So you can see that it goes with the mount radical, and the right hand side is the character 曲. Now 区 means a community. Okay, a district, that's called 区. Now so this one, it really means this is a mountainous area. Okay, that's literally what this is saying, mountainous area. Okay, next one, 崎岖. Now 崎岖is a common word. Okay, 崎岖 is a common word. And 崎岖 right here, 崎岖不平, 崎岖. Okay, so 崎岖, that means it's a rugged, a rough terrain. There's no flat pieces. Okay, it's very difficult to pass through. Next one, 岔. Now 岔 means branch, means fork, means branch off. Okay, divert, if you use it as a verb. Now, also metaphorically, they will mean trouble. Okay, will mean trouble. 打岔, 比方说打岔. So don't make trouble. Okay, 别打岔. That means don't make trouble or don't stop me. Okay, so that's the meaning. Okay, and mostly it means a road that's branched off. Okay, now this one is also very easy to make sense of it. So because on the top is the character 分. 分 means that split, and bottom is the character 山. So it's talking about in the mountain and the road splits. Okay, so that means there's branch, or branch off. Okay, so it's 岔. Next one, 径. Now 径 means footpath. Okay, means footpath, a path, road, a way. So this one, it's a road, it's a way, but it's a walking path. It's not meant for vehicles to pass through. Okay, so it's a little road for people to walk. Okay, it's a way, so it's called 径. This is called 径. Now, of course, this can often used metaphorically to refer to as approach, a way to conduct something or to make something happen. Things like that. Okay, it's called 径. like for example, 独辟蹊径. 独辟蹊径, that actually that means the person find a very unique way to accomplish something. Okay, so things like that. Okay, another common word is 田径. Now 田径 is track and field. Okay, track and field. So 田 is field, 径 is track. Okay, so it's all talk about road for people to walk or run. Okay, 径. Let's take a look at the character itself. So the character itself is it's also pretty obvious. Okay, now the right hand side is 径. 径 of course 表示声音 represent sound. Now 径 is the original character does not have the road radical on the left. Okay, road radical on the left. It's just on the right hand side. Okay, and so this one it really means tiny little road for people to walk through. Okay, now of course later on they added the path, the road radical on the left. So every time you see the left hand side, so there has to mean some kind of path or some kind of walking kind of activity, that kind of thing. Okay, so this is 径. Next one, 弯. Now 弯 means bending, wiggling, winding, zigzagging. Okay, crooked. It's just not straight. It's called 弯. Okay, it's called 弯. Now this one, if you look at the character, so this goes with the bug radical, and then on the right hand side is 弯, is 弯. Now 弯is representing the sound, but also 弯means bending. Okay, means bending. So this is character means that whatever you are referring to is bending, crooked, wiggly or zigzagging, like a worm. Okay, so that's what this character means. 弯. Now 沿. 沿 means stretch. Hold on. 沿 means it means wiggle. Okay. So 沿 means this wiggle is talk about the worms wiggle. Okay, the worms wiggle forward. Okay, it talk about the worms pattern of movements, that kind of thing. The worms to move has its own pattern, right? So by closing the body and stretching the body in different sections, right? And that move actually propagates forward. So that kind of movement pattern, it's called 沿. Okay, it's called 沿. Talk about the movement pattern of bugs, worms, and snakes, things like that. Okay, so anything that are crawling on the land is talk about their movement. Okay, obduration, right? I think so. Yeah, that's English word. It's called obduration. Yeah, that's wiggly. Okay, wiggle forward. Okay, called a 沿. Now let's take a look at the character. So this one goes with the bug radical and the 沿 on the right hand side. Now 沿 means stretching. Okay, means stretching, elongate. So this is obvious because when those crawling animals move, they constantly shrinking and stretching their bodies, right? So 蜿蜒. 蜿蜒 is a character. 蜿蜒 is a word. Okay, means creeping, wiggly, and not straight. Just 蜿蜒. Okay. Next one. 遵. 遵 means following the direction or in the same direction as, abide, observe some rules, or following the tradition, convention, things like that. Okay, called 遵. Right. Now next the character. Now, because it's also very easy to make sense of it because it has the walking radical, so which means that this is relating to execution, related to action, okay? And on the top is the character 尊. Now, 尊 means respect, okay? Pay reverence. So now, obviously, put together means that you act in respect to, okay? You act in according to the respect, or in reverence, according, following the superior, okay? And so this is called 尊. 尊 basically is following the leader or following the rule, okay? 尊. 于 yu is cross, go through, or go over, surpass, exceed, okay? That kind of thing, or promote even more. So basically, it's getting more. Okay, getting more is called a yu. Okay, over, okay, up, going cross. Okay, it's called a yu. That's okay. Now this character you can also goes with the walking radical. That's because you're going across, going over. That needs the action of walk, right? And the top is the character yu. Now yu means means a boat. Those canoes made out of hollowing a big trunk of trees. Okay, when you do that, that boat is called a yu. Now, why you do that? Because what is making a boat for? Meant to cross the river, right? So there's a meaning of crossing. Okay, crossing a barrier. So and then now, because this is referring not only to crossing the river, but crossing basically any type of thing. So they put the walking radical in it. Okay, so this is a yu. Next one, 轨. Now 轨 means track. Okay, it means track. Means like a railway track kind of thing. But also means path, means rail. Okay, guardrail. So because of that, you can see that this is track or rail. Those kind of thing is basically meant for guiding people, enforcing people to follow certain directions, things like that. So then it is used metaphorically to mean rules, laws, statutes, things like that. Okay, 轨. Okay, for example, there's a very common word you will see means 出轨. Okay, now 出轨, the literal meaning is derail. Okay, like the train derailed, got out of the track, right? Now, in reality, when this one is used the most often, it does not mean, trains going off the track. Okay, those kind of thing rarely happens, but it actually means extramarital affairs. Okay, so when a person does that in Chinese, they say, "Oh, 这个人出轨了." Okay, so derailed. Okay, all right. So 轨 means track, means rule, mostly means track. Okay. Now this one you can see that goes with the, car, a vehicle radical, and then on the right hand side is the character 九. Okay, 九 is the biggest number in single digit, right? Single digit. So this means actually to meant that track or rail is long, is very long. Okay, so that's the meaning. Okay, 轨. So it's a rail, it's a track, it's a path. It's not a short distance. It has to be long, and then you can say it's 轨. Okay. And so the original meaning is actually not man-made stuff to guide it, to guide a carriage, guide a car. It actually means the 怎么讲 the compressed dirt on the ground by the running carriage in ancient time. In ancient times that the construction technology and material is not that advanced. Okay, they merely just pack the dirt and make the road. So when the horse carriage runs over the road many times, and then the road will have two denting tracks, okay, on the road, and then gradually, so all the carriages, the wheels have to ride on those tracks, okay, and so this thing is called 轨, all right, and you can see that this thing is really similar to the modern day train track, right? Okay, so that's why we use this word. Next one, 折. Now 折, now 折, when you say 折, now this one is literally means the compressed the track on the road by horse carriage, okay, called 折. And so let's take a look at the character. So this character, you can see on the right hand side is the character 彻. Now 彻 means 通, means through, means thorough, okay, 通 means you can pass through. So basically that's obvious too. And so this compressed track, so when you ride the horse carriage, and the wheels have to conform, have to fit in those 折, in those tracks, then you can go through, okay? So this is 折. Next one, 逛. 逛means wandering, okay? Roam, wandering, visiting, strolling around. That's called 逛, okay? It's called 逛. Yeah. Let's see. Now this one, it's also easy to remember. It's go with the walking radical. On the top is the word 狂. Okay, now 狂 means not following any rules. Okay, no respect for rules whatsoever. It's called a 狂. Okay, and so walk without limit, without restraint, without walk absolutely freely. Okay, so this is called 逛. Okay, basically roam around. Next one, 熬. Now 熬 means room. Now this room means mainly means expansion, means like broad, means long distance. Okay, great area. Okay, roam around. All right, it's called 熬. So oftentimes referring to like eagles, okay, flying high, or like satellites going around the Earth, that kind of thing. Okay, so has to be fly high and long, and okay, that's called 熬. So although this thing is also goes with a walking radical, but this is actually does not really mean to referring to walking actually. Okay, so this is mainly is referring to roaming around. So to mean like walking, traveling, yes, does have that usage but when you do that, it literally means that you're gonna travel very far, like you 遨游世界. That means you travel around the world. Okay, so you don't use these words if you just travel within the city. Okay, it does not work that way. Next one, 峻. 峻 means high and very high, very harsh, very places like mountainous areas. Okay, and also means very outstanding, means great. Okay, means great, means tall, means big, lofty, noble, solemn. Okay, fierce, vigorous. So all these characters, all these words, yes, describing that. Okay, so I mean, you can feel like this is if a person, let's say, if a person have those qualities, then how do you feel? You will feel like, wow, this guy is great, right? It's awesome, it's powerful, and people will respect, and you know, it's fearful. Okay, so right, and so for that reason, now this character so usually describes mountainous area, describes the terrain, but oftentimes they will use this character in people's names. So hoping the person grown up to have that kind of quality. Okay, so this is called 俊. For example, like a 严峻, 冷峻. Now these things, these characters does not describing mountain, does not describing terrains, actually describing a person's spirit, person's character. Okay, so 颠, okay, 颠 means 颠. Now this thing means the crown of the mountain. Okay, crown of the head means top. Okay, means very top thing. Okay, then also topple, that's another meaning. Okay, means that like fall. Okay, fall. Yeah, the topple, fall. That's called 颠. Now when you have that meaning, it really is meant for this character. Okay, and 颠. And so, a lot of times that in Chinese that they will do that. Okay, they pronounce the same but meaning the same, but they use different character. Okay, the reason for that is in ancient times, literacy is kind of regularly, right? So a lot of times that when people write, people basically writing the wrong character. Okay, but however, when they do that too often, okay, often enough, and then people will accept that by convention. So and then these characters will carry on those meanings. Okay, so this 颠, now the original meaning of this character really actually means the top, means top of the head or top of the mountain, that kind of thing. But because they use this to use for actually referring to mean like topple, like fall, really is another character, but they use enough times, and then this character will have that meaning too. Okay, so that's called 颠. Take a look at that. So this one, now you can see that it's interesting, and it's literally like you can see that these two parts of the character is very similar, but they're kind of upside down. Okay, upside down. Okay, and so that's why it has the topple, turn upside down meaning. Okay, and so now when you turn upside down, that obviously you're focused on people's head, right? And so that's why they referring to people's head or top of the head. Okay, top of something. All right, so let's go back to the sentence today. So 坎坷崎岖, 坎坷崎岖, that means the terrain is rough and uneven. 岔径蜿蜒, that means the road has many branches and wiggling. Okay, 谵舆, 谵舆轨折, 谵舆轨折, that means you are following the track, following the road, or sometimes you actually go across it. Okay, 谵舆轨折. 狂傲峻巅狂傲峻巅 that 狂傲 that means 傲 means roam around 狂 means like without limits, okay, freely roam around around what 峻巅 means means tough mountainous terrain. 巅 means those top of the mountain. So basically you are roaming around the mountainous area, going up to the mountain top, things like that. Okay, so that's for today. Thank you very much. Bye bye.